Hello, my name's Ozzy, and welcome back to my little survival world. God, what did I even do in the last episode? What did I do? Shows you how well I've been keeping track. No, it's been a little week since I did anything. What I do remember is this. I got a candle now. That's right. I know exactly where it is. Where's the wall? No, that's the wrong hallway. This one. Yeah! That's what we did last episode. We started ticking off some of the achievements so I can complete the goal of completing every achievement in the game. Quickly go to sleep before I do anything. The book has returned. And although obviously I'm nowhere near having completed all achievements, I've at least made a start. We zhuzhed up the memorial a little bit because in our quest to complete all achievements, I stumbled upon some bees. Where are they? Oh yeah, I also did tactical fishing as well as normal fishing, but there it is. Collected some honey and got some wax, and we waxed on some copper and we waxed off some copper. Move a bee nest or beehive with 3 bees inside using silk touch. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to manage that, but sure. Tame all cats, remove all farmer, tame all wolves, tame an animal. Maybe that's what we'll do today. Let's continue ticking off achievements. I don't know if I'll ever get in a boat, float, but on some glow, that'd be good too. Is there anything else I could achieve feasibly? Jump into a honey block to break your fall. How do you make a honey block? I reckon I could do that. Look at a parrot through a spyglass. Look at a ghast through a spyglass. How do you even make a spyglass? Well, let's do honey block first, because I reckon I could feasibly do that. Storage is this way. Yeah, I only have 1. Okay, I think it's just 4 honey bottles, right? So I just need 3 more. And if I remember correctly, I left the thing was over here somewhere. The campfire with the bees. It's somewhere around here. Oh, what's up, Amber? Oh, well, thank you. You guided me to my beehive. And there's more. Yes. Okay, we're halfway there. Feasibly, I should be able, the bees will get mad, but, I could steal more without a campfire. Hopefully. I pray. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the I guess yap session will be about today, what the ranting and raving will be about. I briefly mentioned it last episode, but family's been going through a few things recently, and namely, without going into specifics of who, what, where, when, and why, let's just say there was a funeral yesterday. So it's been a bit rough for everyone. And my mind's sort of been preoccupied with that, which is why episodes 1, 2, and 3 were all recorded within, the same week. And then episode 4, between episode 4 and now has been about a week and a bit. Been a bit busy. I don't know, it's left me in a bit of a weird place. I've been thinking a lot. I guess you could say the honor. I had the honor of, maybe not the honor in this case, but I was asked to play a song, which was fine enough. I was more than happy to do that, but I was also asked to read the prayers of the faithful, and I don't know. I was just in a bit of a daze yesterday. I couldn't really. It's not that I couldn't think straight or anything. It's just that whatever I was thinking, I was just in a different world. I was really scared the whole time, which is a bit of a strange thing to say because, I'm used to talking, I'm used to acting, I'm used to speaking and performing. I've done all these things before. And, going to a Catholic school when you're a kid, well, actually, sorry, a Jesuit school when you're in high school, you get used to the masses and the reading the prayers and, all the rest of it. That's just part of, every mass, essentially. And I never had to do it too often, but, there were a few occasions where I did. There were even a few occasions where I played for the masses, and all the rest of it. Did that quite a bit. It was actually kind of funny. During the service, there was a song that there was another pianist who came to play throughout the service, and some of the songs they were playing, I was just like, I remember that tune. I probably got the sheet music buried in my room somewhere. But yeah, the whole time I was scared because, it's a tough situation to be around people who've, lost someone very near and dear to them, and even to myself. But it's sort of hard to keep it together and to be strong and all the rest of it, and still have to do things like readings and music and all the rest of it, whilst knowing and even seeing all these people. There were quite a few people who came out to wish condolences. It actually took quite a while to get through everyone because there were so many people, and there were so many people that it turned sort of into a reunion, which is a really horrific thing to say at a funeral. But there were so many relatives and family friends and, friends of friends and all the rest of it who were there to send condolences. And it was, not that it was strange, but you get people coming up to you oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, I send my condolences, yada yada. And then in the meantime, on the other end of the line, they're just oh yeah, so this was this person's friend and they knew them through this and yada yada. It was very, very funny. Well, funny in a morbid sense. I can't find any of these beehives. Oh well. But yeah, I was pretty nervous the whole time. I didn't want to mess anything up. And I knew that right from the beginning because my hands were getting all jittery as I started playing. And thankfully my nerves calmed enough to be able to, to play well and to play comfortably. But it was still a bit nervy, a bit interesting. Well, maybe not interesting, but it was still a bit scary. And going up to do the prayers of the faithful, it was, I don't know. It was very, very hard to do, especially when in such prayers for loss and all the rest of it, they refer to the deceased as a brother or a sister in Christ. And obviously that was not the relation I had to the person who passed away. So it was a bit strange. I got given the copy of what I had to say, and I just see, oh yeah, may our brother, and I was like, hang on a minute, huh? Yeah. Oh, B. Surely the hive is around here somewhere. Found you. No, I'll make a campfire. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Oh, I don't have any coal on me. Oh, whatever. We'll just... No. We'll do it proper. We just need to remember how to get back here. Which I should. Yeah, I don't know. It's left me in a weird space. I've been a bit weird ever since. It was a bit more evident last episode because that was fresh after they'd actually passed away, so it's a very confronting time. Yeah. It's made me think about things, namely legacy. I've really been overthinking legacy because if I've got one big fear, obviously, mucking up is definitely one of them. I hate, messing up or doing something wrong. I've got very high expectations of myself and I expect it to be perfect every single time. And even if it's something I don't understand or know how to do, I should still have the understanding to be able to handle it properly. But, what's it called? My actual biggest fear is, being forgotten. If there's one thing I'm terrified of in this world, it's to have lived my life, to have gone through all the motions, to have done everything that I could do, either for good or for bad. Not everyone's perfect, can't all be angels. But to have tried my best, to have lived a good life, and for all of it to have meant nothing. And for a generation or two to pass and no one even remembers my name. And look, I get it, there have been millions and billions of us beforehand, and I'm sure those millions and billions have already been forgotten. But it's just hard to confront that, I'll put it that way. It's hard to think about it. Because I'm probably not the only one in saying that I wouldn't exactly want that to happen. And it was a shame because I'd promised this person that I would, carry their legacy, that I would, I'd interview them and get their story and find out everything about them. And I was too late. And so I never got around to it. And by the time I could, they passed away. So I should probably stop. I don't want to make this episode a whole Debbie Downer sort of thing. I saw it just there. It is. Okay. I'll just get a piece of dirt. There we go. Okay. Now we just need one more. But first, I've got to get back to base. Ow. Sleep. I mean, I guess I could sort of turn it around if I... Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm just running into everything. I guess I could sort of turn it into a Minecraft thing. All this whole not wanting to be forgotten, yada yada. I mean, that's partly why I wanted to build in like the early beta style and to build bases like what's it called, Dan TDM's lab and the popular MMOs arena. I want to be able to keep at least some part of what I grew up on alive. But I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. This entire conversation's just been derailed because I've been a Debbie Downer. But yeah, I want to keep this little token of appreciation and, continue the legacy of such a time. And I know doing that through Minecraft is maybe not wrong, but like it's certainly a choice, Through all of history with, passed stories down through the oral tradition, then, writing stories and keeping all these famous books alive and making copies of them so we can keep telling their story forever. And then there's me. I'm going to build it in Minecraft. It's certainly a look. Well, maybe not a look. It's a choice. It's definitely a choice. I actually got quite a few books I need to get through. I originally just had all my books sort of laying about somewhere in my room, but I've now properly organised them on one of my shelves. The one that I okay, so I'd started a few of these at different times, but then I decided, scratch it, go back to the beginning. Let's do this from the top and actually start a book and read it all the way through. What a novel concept, I know. Hang on. Hey, there we go. Look at that, we got a honey block. And now I just need to jump onto it from a height, right? Where is it? Jump into a honey block to break your fall. Okay, so if I set it up over this, if I put it right there, will that do it? Let me do this and I'll get back to my books. There we go, okay. No. Okay. Maybe it has to be from a tall height. Like down there or something. Anyways, well, yes, my books. So I decided to start reading Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. I'd had it sort of in the back pocket for a while. Ow. Okay, that was a failure. I'd had it in the back pocket for a while, but I'd never properly sat down and read it because I'd heard that there's a story about a man who turns into a cockroach, and I was like, fantastic. And obviously it gets a lot deeper than that, but, all these great philosophical videos and all the rest of it were talking about metamorphosis and all these things, and I was just like, I better read that. So I started reading it, but in my collection, and let me just have a look over. In my collection, I've got Metamorphosis, then The Great Gatsby, then Animal Farm, War of the Worlds, Brave New World. Actually, I should go through the names. Okay. Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Animal Farm, George Orwell, War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, Brave New World by, Aldous Huxley, The Sickness Unto Death by Soren Kierkegaard, Plato's The Republic, The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and, where is it? I can't read. The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Got them there, ready to go. And then I've also got, just to add some flair, I've got An Actor Prepares by Konstantin Stanislavski, which I remember having to study, well, not the book, but I remember having to study Stanislavski and his methods when I was doing drama back in high school. And then for political purposes, I already had The Republic in there, but for more political purposes, I've got The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, because, I saw it and the cover looked nice and I had to get it. And The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli, which I actually wrote an essay on last semester. It's a very interesting book. Anyway, let me try this again. Oh, get out of here, broski. Whee! Still not enough. Do I need to do the cool trick or something? Do I need to jump and then place it or something? Is that what I've got to do? Let me try that. Maybe that's what I've been missing this whole time. Okay. I don't really do these things because I'm not very good at them. No? Still not enough? Okay. Hang on a minute. Jump into a honey block to break your fall. How, broski? Maybe I need to Google it. I should probably Google it. So I feel like I've jumped into a honey block. Or do I need to... Oh, hang on. There's one more thing I need to try. How am I going to try this? Okay. Let's put it there or something. and then go over there. So I'm thinking if I jump from there and land on the side of it, I think that's what it's asking me to do. See, who needs Google? Who needs Google? Me, clearly, but... Okay. Ooh, okay. Ah, go away. I don't want to die. I'm too young. Yeah. That's a very good Jamiroquai song, Too Young to Die. If you haven't listened to it, you definitely should. Okay. I'm gonna have to beat this guy first. Hang on a minute. Get out of here, broski. There we go. Barely manages to... Oh, go away! I'm trying to do cool shit. Leave me alone type shit. Shake your dreads. Ladies. Yeah, that was just... Yeah, okay. Actually, before I fill this all in, I just need to respond to this. Okay. I don't like that I did that. There. This just feels better. Anyway. Right. I gotta take this somewhere else. Where's a good spot for this? I guess here could do, because there's the water underneath at least. So if I like... The hell? Oh, there you are. Oh my god, I didn't even see you for a second. Okay, hang on. Come here, brewski. What is my aim, bro? Ooh, voluntary exile. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal, chap. Kill a raid captain. Maybe consider staying away from villages for the time being. Okay, here's what I don't understand about that achievement anymore. Back in the day, and I say back in the day as if this was like ages ago. Back in the day, it used to be you kill a pillager raid, you kill one of the captains, you get Bad Omen, and you just get it as a status effect. So if you walk into a village, a raid starts, like irregardless of what you're doing. But now we have ominous bottles, which is what gives you the Bad Omen effect. So if I never drink this, I don't exactly have to stay away from villages for some time. Anyway, let's put it there. That could do. Never mind. I'm gonna end up dead before I even do this. Okay. Can I? Release me! Okay. Where is it? There. So if I... There we go! Oh, I'm a champion. There we go. Okay. Give me my honey block back. Boop. This for funsies. Okay, well, there's 2 more achievements ticked off the list. I'll head to bed and then I'll double check what else I should get onto. Because really, I think the most that I could be doing right now, and I may leave this for the... I probably could start today, but I might do it next episode. We'll see how we go. But the most I could do is finish decorating this place, which would be good, but it'll also be another slow montage. Well, maybe not slow montage, but, do whatever. But it'll be a montage of me decorating. It's either that or I could start one of the other things on the list, namely building a base in every biome, because we've got, plains and all these things over here. We've even got a swamp behind us. Build Shrek's house there or something. But you know, we've got a few biomes surrounding us. We could very easily start building another base just for funsies. So we'll see how we go. Because first I want to check this out. Okay, protect the villager from an undesired shock without starting a fire. That one, I have no clue. I'm going to have to check. Brush a suspicious... English, Aussie. Brush a suspicious block to obtain a pottery shard. And then make a pot. I've never actually done any of these before. Old Betsy, shoot a crossbow. These ones I'll get into. Like, give a pillager a taste of their own medicine, which I assume is shooting with old Betsy. Place a creaking heart with correct alignment between two pale oak blocks. Use a compass on a lodestone. Sneak near a skulk sensor. I've got to figure out how to make a spyglass. Free fall from... Oh, yeah, that thing. I don't want to mess with that. Make the meadows come alive with the sound of music from a jukebox. Walk on powdered snow without sinking in it. Okay. Don't know how that's going to happen. And discover every biome. Apply those. Craft trimmed armor. Get armadillo scoots. And then baseline stuff. Diamonds, lava, obsidian, enchanting, a whole suit of diamonds, deflect, and iron armor. Or just any piece of iron armor. You know what I did see recently, and it was actually part of why I was maybe not comfortable, but like I was a bit more open at the beginning of all this. There was a video I saw. I think the account name... I'm going to search it up because I want to do proper credits. Unlike me forgetting the freaking Bravo 6 Going Dark origin, which is just tragic, should I say. I've heard that thing for how long, and it just completely slipped my mind that it was from freaking Call of Duty. Like, that's depressing. Where is it? Oh, and also forgetting that the style of architecture... I was trying to think of the style of The Great Gatsby when in the first episode where I was listing all the different architectural styles that I wanted to build in. It's freaking... It's Art Deco. How did I forget that? But anyway, there we go. So, Jibbo is a YouTuber who just stumbled upon... Who I just stumbled upon in my YouTube recommended. The video itself is called Finishing My Keep in Beta Minecraft. But when I first saw it, it was called I'm the King of the Castle. And so I thought, well, this sounds interesting. And I watched it. And genuinely, it was life-changing. It's such an incredible video, and I highly recommend you go check out their channel, because it's just incredible. And in it, there were some moments where they got really introspective and really deep, like out of nowhere. And I don't know, I felt some level of emotional connection to it. It resonated in me because I could sympathize and empathize and just feel what they were talking about. And I really like that for some reason. Well, maybe not for some reason, but I very deeply value the deeper connection sort of thing. I really appreciated that. So definitely check out their channel. It's incredible stuff. And it's also really funny at the same time. But yeah, it sort of took me aback, and I'm like, damn. And it got me thinking, which, you know, if earlier was anything to comment on, me thinking is typically not a good thing. Nah, I'm kidding. But what's it called? It was fascinating. And so I highly recommend watching that video, but obviously, you know, watch everything else to get better context. It's incredible stuff. I highly recommend it. as for what I'm gonna do, I think I am gonna finish zhuzhing up the bass. I did, from last episode, make a few more songs that I can use in the background. At time of recording, I've made 2 already, but I do plan to make a few more. I was listening a lot to Dead Fish, from the Splatoon Octo expansion soundtrack, and I guess Side Order as well. But I haven't played Splatoon 3, so I don't know. But yeah, I was listening a lot to the Dead Fish music, and that stuff's just incredible. And I realized like it perfectly suits the sort of music I want to need in the background whilst doing something like this. One of these montage bits. And I know I would have already used those 2 songs that I'm talking about in the previous episode, because I remember bringing up how that I was sort of running out of original instrumental music that I had in the background, because I'd sort of used everything I'd already got. So I was debating at the time of recording that of whether or not I was gonna make some more music just to put in the background. And by the time I finished recording that and all the rest of it, I had actually made some music, so you definitely hear either one or both of those tunes in that episode. I say one or both because I haven't edited episode 4 yet. Hello. So yeah, maybe you might hear it, maybe you might not. No idea. Excuse me, fellas. There we go. There we go. And who knows? Maybe I'll probably have to put this in edit as well. Well, no, you don't. What's it called? Whether or not I made more music for this episode. Which, I mean, knowing me, I probably have by this point. Because the stuff I made, it's not like, it's not groundbreaking or spectacular by any means, but it's just nice and it works and, it does its job. And I think they sound nice. I quite enjoyed making them. I should probably do away with a lot of these C's. I'll just, there we go. Add these to the wheat pile. And then I'll get to excavating and all the rest of it. We've got a bit of cobblestone here. So, yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, knowing by the time I've finished this, I probably would have made some more music. Future me, please type it. Put text to say that I did or didn't make any music. But with that, I guess we'll get to the montage. Cue the music. Minor aside, can't get over this sunset. I do it almost every episode. I have to admire the shaders. I mean, just look at that. My God. Anyway, back to the montage. Okay. So, with a few improvements, I still want to sort this area out, but I'll do that some other time. Let us enter the new hallway. Got these stairs here, these little pillars for each little section. I've added a few more of the the old way to zhuzh up torches. I've also added a bit of texturing in the cobblestone because I had a bit of leftover stone anyway. I still need the ones for here for the torches, but as you can see, a bit of texturing. I've added some stairs. I've cleaned up this area. It's looking a bit more nice now, a bit more functional. I will figure out what to put in here. This one also needs to be a bit cleaned up, but because of how much bigger this is and how this leads out into the open, I want to do something different for this. But I've added these lovely stairs and, you know, beautiful pillars too. And yeah, with that, I think I will leave it here because I just looked at the recording and I'm about to hit an hour, and usually that's about as long as I record for. Even though, you know, these episodes end up being 40 minutes anyway, so... but yeah, once again, thanks for joining me in my little survival world. Obviously, if you liked what you saw and enjoy and want to see what happens next, be sure to like and subscribe. I've been Ozzy, thanks for joining me again today. And yeah, I hope all is well. Take care.